I'm Professor T, and I want to talk a little bit about what meditation looks like, as well as what Reiki looks like. I am a Usui Reiki practitioner, and I am also a somatic wellness practitioner. And I want to talk a bit about what meditation and what Reiki look like what a session would look like. So the first thing I tell people is to kind of get rid of their ideas on like fanfare and ticker tape. Like, I'm not sitting there with some magic wand like bibbity bobbity boo. There's no fireworks and sparks and things like that happening during the sessions. What is there is a space of peace, a space of stillness, and a space of quiet that is absolutely reserved for you. And so I try to encourage clients to understand that this is a time that you have set aside specifically for yourself. When we're doing breath work, there are times where I usually like us to be on a yoga mat where you're sitting and you're grounded and you're able to focus on your body, but you could do breath work anywhere, whether you're sitting in a chair at work, whether you've gone for a walk and you're standing outside. These things, you can do them anywhere. When we're doing Reiki sessions, I do in-person sessions as well as distance sessions. So when it comes to distance Reiki, I tell people to think about your grandma's prayers, right? Your grandma could be in Texas praying for you, and you could be living in Atlanta, and you wouldn't question whether her energy and whether her prayers have reached you. As a matter of fact, you would feel it. It's the same thing as being able to feel somebody's energy through the phone, through a phone call, through a text. Energy is real, and you can feel that energy. And so Reiki is energy work, and I am able to do distance Reiki, and so you don't have to be right there with me in order for Reiki to work, because Reiki is an energy that is all around us, right? And so if we're in person, sometimes we do more one-on-one. If we're in person one-on-one, sometimes we do, I help you practice with some self-Reiki. So there are things that you're able to walk away with. You're able to walk away and say, okay, like I'm able to do some self-healing whenever I need to be able to tap into that. The biggest thing is I encourage people to tap in intuitively. What are you feeling? So if we're doing Reiki, there's this intuitive space that I want you to tap into. Are you feeling any hot and cold sensations? Are you feeling the energy move throughout the body, right? Because sometimes practicing and working with Reiki, we may feel things come unblocked, or I really prefer the word stagnant, like you can feel energy start moving. So kind of think of the same precedent that happens with acupuncture, where you tap into certain spaces, certain energy centers, and things start to move. When we're doing breath work, there's a space where you're able to take that energy and move things that are stagnant with the breath, right? Because the breath is the energy of life, and you're able to move that energy. So that's a bit of like what meditation looks like in person when you're working with a practitioner of meditation and Reiki. But how can you do this on your own? Meditation can come in different forms. It's not necessarily you sitting and chanting or working with another practitioner. Meditation can be gardening. It can be writing and journaling. It can be cooking. Cooking is very meditative. It is any space where you're able to disconnect and unplug and be very focused on the moment. Be very focused. Things that recenter you. Things that make you feel like I've gotten back in alignment. Going walking outside is meditative. It's also very grounding. Yoga is meditative. listening to your favorite playlist. When you need to take time to just kind of unplug and I got to get my mind right. My mind is all over the place. Being able to tune into a playlist is very centering for the self. Swimming, water activities, all of those things are meditative. So I want you to take a look at things that maybe you've already been doing and think about those and how you can incorporate it, because people want to know, how do I incorporate meditation in my life? Chances are you've already been doing things that are meditative, but just not being intentional about it and not realizing that those spaces are spaces of reset and centering.